and welcome to another exciting episode of Spotlight series. And today we have with us Edorado from IMA EV-TECH Technologies for EV Mobilities. He's the sales director and he's from Firenze, Italia. And he will talk about his company's growth story, what they do, what's about him, what challenges they face in Indian market, in the EV sector, in general, in Europe, in India as well. And what are the business opportunity for new startups in India and in Europe, both the nation. And the most important part, what he's like in the lifestyle, what car he want to drive in Italy. So just sit tight and stay tuned. We are going to be the exciting conversation. Welcome, sir. Welcome to the show. Would you please introduce yourself?
Hello. My name is Edorado, and I'm a sales director of IMA EV-TECH. IMA EV-TECH is a company who operate in the automotive industry, providing solutions for electric motor manufacturing. Electric motor manufacturing that cover a wide range. So we go from a small motor for all the application in a car that we can see. You have your ventilation, you have your seat adjuster, you have your window lift. So all those small motors are built most probably with our machines. But not only, because of course the evolution of the market brings to the EV car. So over 15 years ago, we start processing developing the technology specific for the today state-of-the-art electric motor that is made with a copper bar, what is normally said as a ARPIN technology. And we developed this technology, and still today, this is the most used technology in the electric cars that we have. So for this kind of motors, we produce the complete system, so full automatic lines that from the loading of the raw materials arrive at the end, producing a final motor packed and ready for installation in the car. Well, the use, of course, we are extremely sensitive to recycling materials. And we develop our equipment made in such a way that reduce the energy consumption and are flexible enough to use also recycled materials. Of course, recycling materials means saving costs and reducing the contamination and the pollution that other way often can be generated, and that is represent today one of the major concern by the diffusion of the electric cars.
Okay. All right. So my question to you, how do you see in Indian market in EV industry? What future from your eye?
Okay, Indian market is now approaching the EV car. In the most of the cases, we see that the actual level that we have in India today is a bit lower than what is instead for sure what it is in China, but probably also what we have in Europe. So diffusion of electric cars is something that is in a growth stage and will quickly grow in our view. So we see that infrastructure, of course, have to be improved, but the future definitively foresee that in a car we will have an electric motor for different reasons. For reason of energy savings, but also because electric motor gives the car important performances with a small weight and with a reduction of spaces in the car.
All right. So my question to you, what challenges did you face with doing business in Indian market?
First, we must understand, and we must be defined what is the design of the electric cars the Indian OEM wants to have for the future. So of course, as we see on the today market, we have a different orientation for EV cars. We have EV cars that are devoted to the sports, to the maximum performances, and we have instead EV cars that are more oriented to energy savings. And of course, the batteries and motors that can be used in this application are totally different. So we have to understand exactly what it will be, the way that in Indian OEMs want to follow. And we will be there supporting them in their growth.
All right. So coming to the growth of EV industry in Italy compared to India.
Well, let's say one of the big advantages that Indians OEM will have is that they start in an environment that was already somehow explored by Chinese, by Americans, and by Europeans OEM. So today is a matter of make choices of what is already present in the market. So if the real pioneers at that time had to discover and make mistakes sometimes in the choices, today the Indian OEM have the opportunity of starting in an environment that is known, and therefore they have the possibility to make the right choice by the beginning and make the correct growth.
I would like to share one of the EV luxury car in Italy, and which is recently on EV.
Well, one of the very first application on EV that we had to cover was to produce machines dedicated to the production of the electric Porsche. So we are proud of this, and to say that the uh, the electric Porsche, the Porsche Taycan, was equipped with a motor that was produced with our machines, and uh, this of course represent a reason of proud, but also an expression of the level of technology that we were able to obtain.
So, what are the cost, and have you been drive this car?
Yes, I drive the Porsche Taycan, and is a funny car. With our machine, we produce motors that, for example, are equipped today on the Ferrari F90. So the vectorial motors that is in the front is produced with our machines. So many luxury car use today our machines to produce their motors.
So would you like to share a one business case study in your career, in your entire career, and which you have been a part of it, and you feel like it was a fantastic w- project I had done in my life, and I have been proud of it for my entire life? Would like to share one?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the question because it's really interesting. Well, so one of the projects that I'm really proud that I follow from the beginning, in reality, looks not too much to the high performance car because, producing parts for high performance car at the end, it's even easier because the numbers that you have to produce are not so big. In reality, the real competition is producing normal cars, the cars that your wife use every day. So one of the very interesting project was related to the production of BSG stator for mild hybrid application
Okay.
for Volkswagen Group, where we were extremely tight with the time.
Which year I'm talking about?
I'm talking about just a couple of years ago. But we were extremely tight with the time because we were coming out from the COVID period. So the project was delayed and it was urgent to start because the hybrid application find in Europe especially important, founding in order to replace the more pollution cars. So it was the challenge here was to set up a system that was capable to produce 500,000 motors per year in a short term, and it was a big challenge where everybody make their own steps, but at the end, to succeed and to succeed, so we were able to deliver the system on time, follow the ramp up, support the customer during the ramp up, and at the end, we were able to deliver the motors to the car maker that had to assemble the car and put the car in the market. So this is really one of the reasons of proud, one of the projects that goes in the right way.
Would you like to share a book or movie recommendation for our viewers, which you feel that can be helpful for to learn more about the EV, or might be anything? What should I recommend?
I prefer to see sometimes romantic movies.
Romantic classic.
Yeah, classic movies instead of EV cars. Let's leave the EV cars to the business us.
Advice for Indian business people who are coming or in the EV industry?
Well, all concerning the automotive and not only the EV is extremely challenging. So the quality requirement and probably the EV car brings a new generation and a new age in the automotive industry. This means that quality requirements that used to be in a certain level up to few years ago, now the level of quality requirement is extremely higher than before. For multiple reasons, because in an EV car you don't have a noisy engine that cover all the sounds. So it means that, for example, ventilation system must be extremely quiet, something that was not required. Nobody cared before.
Nobody care, exactly. Nobody care before.
So new quality standards are extremely competitive, and approaching the automotive market today is extremely challenging. So you must know this environment and know how to move in.
Yes. Thank you for your time, Mr. Edorado. And it's been a pleasure talking to you, sir. And thank you for coming our show.
In italiano I have to say, ok. So, italiani, state connessi a Club TV per avere maggiori informazioni del mercato e del mercato indiano in particolare.